Hey, what's up, Comfort Hounds? My name is Steven. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can start doing today to bring in more high quality HVAC jobs to your business. So by the end of this video, if you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more high quality jobs, and just shoot me a message back and we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself, and that's fine as well. But I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'm going to jump right into this. The 3 things I'm going to go over are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your front page here. Now, most business owners, they understand the importance of content on their homepage, but they're unsure of how much content and what type of content to put on the homepage. So what I did first here is I grabbed all the words off of your homepage here and I threw it into a word counter. Now, you have 1,263 words on your front page right now. Now, why is this important? See, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a home page to really put it, in most cases, and especially in this industry, to put it in the running, like for their top rankings, right? This gives you plenty of opportunity to put in what we call buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. And that's basically what people are searching for when they're looking for HVAC services with an intent to buy, right? So I brought up one of your main competitors in the Raleigh area. This is Jay's Heating and Cooling, and I plugged them into this tool that I have. It's a tool I subscribe to called Ahrefs, and it gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to actually rank websites. So in the past 30 days, Jay's Raleigh HVAC, their website was found for 91 keywords, and they were clicked on 530 times because of being found for those keywords. Now, I plugged you into the same tool. In the past 30 days, you were found for 3 keywords and you were not clicked on at all. So we definitely want to get those keywords up. So what we can do is actually click on this 91 here, and it'll bring up all the keywords that Jay's Raleigh HVAC, their site is being found for. And there's a bunch of them, and some of these are not what we call buyer intent, but HVAC Services Raleigh is absolutely buyer intent, and that's the highest search term in the past 30 days. It got right around 400 searches just in the past 30 days. So these ones that have Raleigh and Raleigh NC, those are the ones we want. Like Jay's HVAC, not so much because those are branded, so that's not definitely not going to do you any good. But all these ones, we can pick out the ones that are buyer intent. And you want to put all those on your site. And you don't just want to put them on once. You want to find out how many times, which ones, and how many times Jay's Heating and Cooling have them on their site, and you want to put it on more. So the ones that they have on once, you want to put on twice. The ones that they have on twice, you want to put on 3 times, so on and so forth. If you did that with the over 1,500 words, you would dominate in the content department and Google would be able to find you a lot easier, right? So that's it for content. Next thing I'd like to go over is what we call citations. Now, when people are searching these terms here, like HVAC Services Raleigh, that's the term that got right around 400 searches in the past 30 days. Studies by Google have shown that 45% of people that are searching up here, whatever they search, but in this case, HVAC Services Raleigh, are clicking on one of these businesses here. Now, a lot of people are under the assumption that to get ranked in here, it has to do with reviews, but that's not the case. So if that was the case, air experts would be over service experts. Raleigh Heating and Air would not even be on here. So it's not reviews, it's not pictures, it's citations. So what is a citation? A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. I'm sure you've got quite a few already, but a directory is something like Angie, Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages, and there's a load of them, right? And through experience, we've seen that when companies have between 300 and 400 citations, they usually get pushed right up into here. But good news is there's actually tools that will show us what and how many citations each of these businesses have in its pack. So we could literally go in and see what citations are pushing Service Experts Heating and Air up top. And you'd want to go down that list and grab all those citations. So, say for example, they have 250 citations. You'd want to go down the list, match all those citations, get those same ones, but you don't want to stop there. You want like at the very least 50. But like I said, between 350 to 400 really would put you in a dominant spot in the map pack, right? And you would become the authority when it came to the map pack. So, like I said, 45% of people are clicking in here. So now underneath that, this is what we call Google's organic search results list, right? And this number one spot is the most sought after spot on the page. Whereas I said 45% of people are clicking on one of these, 40% right around of people are clicking on this top spot right here. So it's getting most of the clicks. Now, the main driver here are backlinks. So, what are backlinks? It's other relevant websites linking back to your website, and they work kind of like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. So, for example, let's say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site that's linking back to you. That's what's actually going to help push you up in Google's rankings. However, since you're an HVAC company, say you have a pizza site like Pizza Hut or something is linking back to you, that's no good. Even though they're a popular site, they have nothing to do with your industry. So Google's not going to rank you because, if anything, they might push you down in ranking. So let's go ahead and revisit this tool that I had showed you a little bit earlier. And this is Jay's Raleigh HVAC again. And so they're shown to it. They have 327 active backlinks. That is links pointing back to them from other sites. Now, you actually have quite a bit more than them. So, first of all, you're not being found. So I'm not really sure if these backlinks are even better, right? Because it's not really how many backlinks, even though that helps, it's the relevance of the backlinks, like I was telling you earlier. So you could have a lot of backlinks that aren't relevant, but I think one of the big problems here is your lack of keywords, right? So I think if you did that, that would help out tremendously. But then we'd want to go and kind of dissect your backlink profile. And that's what's really good about this tool as well. So say you fix your keywords and it is a backlink issue. What we always say, success leaves clues, and so we can actually click into our competitor's backlink. We call it backlink profile, and you can go down their list, and just like we did with their citations, you can go down and you'd want to copy or match all these. So right here, these are the websites they're getting backlinks from. And what you could do is reach out to all those websites and acquire backlinks too. And it does take a while, but if you were to do that with all of these, you would actually match them in backlinks. And if as long as you had the right keywords too, you would be right in competition with them with that number one spot. But what would really push you over the edge is if we go back to this page right here and we were to use like the top 3 to 5 ranking HVAC companies, and you go in just like we did and copy all their backlinks, or not, it's not copying, it's matching them, where you reach out to those other sites and you get all those backlinks. If you were to do that with like the top 3 to 5, that would push you up over the top and you would take over that number one spot. You would take all that traffic here and probably heating it in, and if you did that with it, if you got all those citations, you would be here too, which would actually make you the authority when it came to HVAC companies in the Raleigh-Durham area. So just to recap what we went over today, the first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. The second thing is going to be citations, right? So you want to be in at least 3 to 400 directories to really rank above your competition and dominate this map pack here. And lastly is going to be backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in the Raleigh-Durham area. If you were to implement this, and it does take some time, especially for the backlinks, but if you were to implement this consistently, you would be number one as far as HVAC companies in this area. Now, you can take this free, like I said earlier, you can take this information, this free blueprint that I gave you, and tackle it yourself, and that's cool with me. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you can book a discovery call with me. Again, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina, just outside of Fayetteville. You can just reply back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. Now, I hope this was educational for you and it showed you a few things that you can go ahead and start implementing today to start claiming more high quality jobs and start outranking your competition online. At the very least, I just ask that you give me a little bit of feedback on this video and let me know how I did. But other than that, I really appreciate your time watching this, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye.